What is good, everybody? It's your boy Darth Sora, and today we're going to be talking about how Palpatine is actually a clone of himself in the Rise of Skywalker and how that impacts the overall ending to the Skywalker saga and what it means for Anakin's legacy. So earlier today, Star Wars Theory posted a video that someone leaked him a page from the Rise of Skywalker novelization that tells us Palpatine is indeed a clone of himself in the movie. If you look at Palpatine's hands in the movie, they resemble a lot of what Snoke's hands look like, and on Exegol, we even see some unfinished clones of Snoke in tanks in the Rise of Skywalker, which caught my attention when I first seen the movie, and now it makes a lot more sense. One thing that this page tells us as well is the clone of Palpatine was not strong enough to hold the immense power that Palpatine has, and wasn't going to last much longer. Now, I am sad that we had to find out this information in the novelization, and it kind of feels like a cash grab to get more details from the story that the movie didn't tell us, and I sincerely hope that we get some deleted scenes and extras to explain more things about this in the near future. But before I go into that, I want to talk about how this makes me a lot happier with the Rise of Skywalker, because I did enjoy the movie when I seen it, but I was not so pleased with the lack of Anakin Skywalker and how his sacrifice at the end of the Return of Jedi was basically for nothing if Palpatine returned. But the fact that, it doesn't really tarnish his overall legacy, and on top of that, it makes Palpatine still be the mastermind and just such a great witty character that he displayed throughout the whole Skywalker saga. By knowing something was going to happen to him and for him to be so prepared to preserve himself, I think it's a great addition to this story. When it comes to Anakin, I would love to see him in the movie still, and not just a voice line, because he is the main character to the Skywalker saga, and personally, he's my favorite Star Wars character. But now at least, if this isn't truly Palpatine and a clone of himself, then Anakin not returning as a Force Ghost to help Rey and have a true hand in defeating Palpatine once and for all at least makes a little more sense. Getting back into what I explained earlier, I am a bit upset that they didn't really tell us this in the movie, and it might have actually gotten deleted from the movie because it would have taken too long to explain properly, so they left it for another time, which I believe is probably the case, and I think we're going to get a lot of context to this in The Mandalorian at some point. I have a theory that I made that I believe Baby Yoda is a clone of Yoda's DNA, and this is the beginning of the experiment of the cloning process, which is going to be used for Palpatine at some point, because if you think about it, The Mandalorian takes place 5 years after the Return of Jedi, and Baby Yoda is approximately 50 years old at this time. So that means something has been in development, in the cloning process for a long time. We know with the clones in the Clone Wars, that was obviously one of them. And then getting Baby Yoda, I personally believe he's, DNA of Yoda that was cloned by Palpatine and the Empire. That is not confirmed, it's just a theory. So I feel like the steps are being taken over time and being mastered for Palpatine to be able to do what he does in the Rise of Skywalker. The last thing I want to address as well is a lot of the hate that Rey got for quote unquote taking over the role of the Chosen One can finally die down, because Anakin still fulfilled the prophecy of the Chosen One, and Rey, along with all the other Force Ghosts, defeated this clone of Palpatine and not the original true Palpatine, which Anakin still did kill. So I know a lot of people don't like Rey for a lot of reasons, and some of them are valid, some of them I think are a little bit overboard, but in the Rise of Skywalker, I know a lot of people just thought that Rey now is the Chosen One and Anakin basically didn't mean anything, and she got a lot of hate for that. And now the fact that this is a clone of Palpatine, I hope we can at least lay that to rest a little bit, because Anakin is still the Chosen One. He still fulfilled the prophecy. Rey defeated a clone of Palpatine with the help of all of those Jedi that came before her, so it's not really the same thing, and you really can't hate on her as much, at least for that one instance. And Anakin's prophecy is still intact, and it wasn't tarnished the way some people thought it was. Anyways, I want to hear what you guys think about this. I always love to hear your guys' thoughts. Does this change how you feel about the Rise of Skywalker at all? And do you agree that Anakin's legacy is still intact, or does this information make you more upset? We didn't really get this information in the movie, which kind of bothers me a little bit, but if there's a valid reason, like it would just take too long to explain like I said in this video, then I can completely understand, but I at least need the context. And when they do explain it, as long as they do a good job, I'll be happy, because there's so much Star Wars content for me to enjoy that if I don't get all of that right away, it kind of sucks, but it's something I can live with. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and as always, may the Force be with you, and I'll see you guys next time.